Well, hello, Thunder Buddies. Hey, Mark.
Hey Dave, how you doing? Hello all out there. How you doing tonight?
And look what I have here. This is a Thunder Buddies koozie. And I didn't say jacuzzi. It is a Thunder Buddies koozie. Uh, the only thing it's going to be, it's a prototype. It's going to have a lightning bolt across the bottom. And that's going to be in our online store here shortly. Maybe as early as tonight. But anyway, it's going to be some improvement. We got some new stuff, and we've completed the construction on most of our studio. Now back to normal on the background. Everything is looking better. Our new format's up and going. And we have, well, let's see, with our new Outlook, we do have a new couple of sponsors. I'm proud to announce we've got Mid-South Storm Shelters and Genesis Ready Mix are all joined up with us, so you'll be seeing and hearing a lot more out of them as we move along here shortly. But a lot of things going on in the world of weather and wisdom.
Dave, they say they can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Okay. Huh.
I hear you just fine. I don't hear you at all now.
Okay, what about now?
I hear you fine. Say
Uh,
something. So, and it looks fine on the.
Mark, I probably need to shut that studio door. That may be part of the problem. It
That could
says
be it. Hang on a second.
echoing is causing the problem there, I think. He's just in the next studio over, so in the weather ops, so that may be part of the problem. See if that doesn't help a lot. Now, Linda, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Dave, you might want to adjust that volume right there. That volume bug on yours up a little bit too. That little dot right there. Yeah.
Hold on, here we go. Is that a little better? All right, let's try this. Now, is that better? Dave says I sound like I'm in a box. Well, good grief. Of all things to happen, we are solo today. Let me see if I can change the gain on this microphone.
Brandon Daniels says it sounds good now.
Okay, everybody says okay. Dave says it's better. Okay. Donna Lord says nope. I think maybe she's got hearing aids in. Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's see here. Linda says she can't hear me. Mark sounds good. All right. I may have to change mics. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Your mic is fine. I hear you with no problem. There's something in the system.
Well, okay, but what? That's the question. So everybody hang on just a minute. We're going to try something. It says better, no echo, so that's a good thing. Dave says it's much better. Donna says my sound is way up, but it's still low.
That's normally.
All right, what about that? Ooh, I know it's pegged out there. Dave says wax buildup. Okay, now can y'all hear me? Andrea Cook says she hears us good. So, okay, now Donna says it's good. All right, everybody's good now. So I guess we just had the mic turned down a tad on here. So we're back up and running. So anyway, we don't have our Clarksville camera up, and I'm not sure what we need to do about that. I'm going to leave it alone because we don't have a tech on staff in here right now. So, yeah, it looks like everybody says we're up and good. So I'm glad to see everyone. It's always good to see our Thunder buddies when we get on here. I see Dave from West Virginia, old buddy, and we got a lot of new stuff coming on in the online store. So you want to go in there and look at it. I showed you the Thunder Buddies koozie, and I've also got a Weather and Wisdom coffee mug. Woohoo! You know, we're in big time cotton now, so that right there is a big improvement. We got a lot of stuff going to be coming on there, including shirts, and so we are working on it. We've got a lot of things in the works, and I'm real happy with how we're doing.
Chris Meacham, you might want to reload. We've got everything turned up now.
Yep. Chris Meacham, he's always got to cause a problem. Hey, Judy Newton over on the Facebook feed says sounds good, and Gwen Cruz says hi, David Mark, and let's see, Tammy Tatum says not now. Then she says yes. Nope. Yep. Nope. Anyway, anyway, I appreciate you guys being on here with us tonight. Charlene Davis says it's a lot better, no echo. I'm just watching to see if there's anybody I've missed. Brandon Daniel, thanks for letting us know about all that. And Linda McElrath, our good friend, she's on with us, and everything's good. So everybody's good. Okay. Mark, we got big works going on.
Yes, we do.
We're going to have to watch some of the stuff. Do you want to talk about the radar right now, or shall we go into what we're seeing?
Well, there's really not much to see on the radar right now.
Okay. What is this? Is that just
That's just
anomalous propagation?
yeah, AP, ground clutter is what
Yep.
the old term was for it.
I'm sorry, I use a scientific term. Got to show my smarts. That's the only way I can ever get anybody to figure I'm smart enough to do anything. But anyway, yeah, we do have some serious stuff to talk about. Let me see if I can make this work right. So hang on here just a second. All right, hang on. This is what I was looking at. This is our GFS model, and I'm going to play this through. I guess I'll go kind of slow. This is 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're watching this area down in here for development because, folks, there is a sign that something big is brewing, and we don't want to be caught off guard. So I'm going to move through the model here a little bit and let you see. There's nothing there yet. This is September 20th at 7 a.m. We're still going.
Yeah, you won't start to see it until around the 23rd.
Yeah, but we do see a lot of, I don't know, irritable weather down there.
A lot of activity.
Yeah.
A lot of activity as that's all coming together down there.
Yep. So we're going to go on through this, and now this is the 7 p.m. September 23rd. And you see this low pressure area and this area of disturbed weather right there. Keep an eye on that, because what it's going to do, it's looking stronger, and it is getting much stronger. And Mark, that looks like at least a tropical storm right there.
At least a tropical storm, and it's probably going to get stronger because that's still got a lot of warm water right down in there.
Yeah, I looked at the buoys down there earlier today, and it was showing at 80, almost 90 degrees. So that is very warm waters. And as we play it, gosh, that looks mighty wound up. That's probably a hurricane, if I had to guess, about right there.
Yeah.
This
And the
is
thing of it is, it'll cut across the north side of the Yucatan and not really be slowed down by the land
yeah.
going across it by that trajectory.
But look at how tight these isobars are. That is a sign of some pretty strong wind. So this is on 7 a.m. September the 26th. And let's move on just a little bit. Gosh, that has got to be a full-fledged hurricane there, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's a big storm. That looks pretty rough. That looks very deep too, doesn't it?
It does look very deep. Now, we've been watching this storm and the GFS's handling of it for probably about 2 days now.
Yeah.
And each one, it's kind of been a little bit of a different solution. But if you run on ahead on that one, you may like or not like, I'm sure most won't like where the solution for that to come in is.
Look at how that's wound up. This is a big, nasty hurricane. If this model does, in fact, prove out, this is at 7 a.m. on the 27th, and that is not nice at all. That is a serious, serious storm if this model does bear out. So let's move on a little further. 7 p.m. on the 27th. Look at the Gulf Coast looking mighty, mighty, mighty rough.
Yeah.
That is a serious storm. And again, this is at 1 a.m. on the 28th. And Louisiana, look out. Oh my gosh, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
That would be...
That's just about exactly where Francine came ashore.
Yeah, and we were looking at this earlier, and they had taken it originally back across Florida. I told you then. I said, gosh, Mark, that's not going to happen.
They started, at first they took it across Florida, then they took it into northern Florida and up the East Coast. and we've just been waiting to see what would happen. It's pretty consistent that something develops. Its exact track, it's way too early to tell,
Yeah.
but we do need to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, this right here, if this bears out, that could be devastating. I mean, that looks like a 934 millibars. Looks like. How serious is that?
It's 942, but that's a really low pressure.
I'm
And
showing
it's
big red now.
no 937 is what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Well, I see 934 over here on this model,
Yeah,
but
that's while it's still offshore. So again,
okay.
it could really intensify. That's going to be a nasty storm
for wherever it goes.
wherever it goes.
Here it is.
But then it kind of falls apart what it does because it brings it onshore Louisiana, and then it just kind of hangs around and then disappears. And I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, no, this is 942 millibar when it hits Louisiana, and that's still pretty low. And this is on the 28th at 7 p.m., which is, what day is that on? Is that on Saturday?
Yeah, let's see. 27th is Friday. Yeah, that's Saturday.
Okay, so this is as we get going into early Sunday morning and continuing. This is at September 29th at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And
Now,
again,
again, don't say David Mark went out there and said this huge hurricane's coming and it's going to hit Louisiana on the
Nope.
27th and 28th. This is just one model, and it's way out toward the middle, actually out toward the end of the model run.
yep.
So
So
there's
it could
lots of
change. Yeah, this can
Yeah.
change many times between now and the time it gets here. But that is, we knew, and we've been watching the potential for a big storm to develop. And if that, and this looks like this is what we're waiting for to see. And so now this model is showing it. Is it going to happen? And is it going to take this track? Is it going to be this strong? Lots of questions. So don't be too panicked. But I certainly would postpone any vacation plans I had going to the Gulf anywhere from, say, the 23rd through the 29th. That right there is something to be worried about if you were to be headed that way.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and
Yeah.
go on up into 7 p.m.
I personally am going to be in West Virginia, but
You'll be a long ways. You'll be up there in Dave's territory.
yep.
So anyway, let's move on as we go on through time. It's just kind of sitting there. If this happens, now why would it
That
just
won't be good.
No, what is going on here though, Mark? Look at that push southeastward. Is that a cold front?
It's a cold front, and there's a big high pressure system up to the north around the Great Lakes area that's starting to press down on there.
Okay, so we advertised that we're going to talk about a pattern change, and I still think we're going to see that pattern change. I think it's going to happen right about this time. This is at 1 a.m. October the 1st, and then as we get into well, let's see here. October the 2nd, we should be getting much cooler air in here. So you want to know where fall is? Well, it is, when is fall? In the first day of fall on the 21st?
Yes, it should be.
This is the 18th, so that's just a few days away. So yeah, we're going to have to, it's not going to feel like fall, though, this time, not on the first day of fall, but it will before it's all said and done. So I'm just letting you know that there's things in the works that I'm going to go on and move on this a little bit more still. But the thing of it is, I can't see that hurricane just dissipating and going somewhere, you know.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. So we see this other thing out here in the Atlantic, you know, that looks like it's a fish storm, but who knows? The
Then
tropics.
again, they could be an East Coast storm, depending on where it gets. If that
could.
gets caught up in that front, it probably would just be a fish storm. Although poor Bermuda may get hit again.
Yeah, well, this is what appears to be the front, the cold front, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. This is some weird stuff. So anyway, let's look at the National Hurricane Center's 7-day outlook, and you have this storm right here, which is I think that was Gordon.
That's the remnants of Gordon.
Yep.
And it probably is going to reform into a little bit of something, but all the models show it moving off to the northeast.
Okay, and then this is the one we were watching, this area here. Doesn't so much in the way of in about 7 days, the next 7 days, but as you know, as we get into about the 23rd, 24th, we'll start seeing some development here. So this would probably be updated and changed somewhat. So just letting you guys know this is what we're looking at. And then the other thing, though, we need to watch, and I've been watching this for a while, is that Aleutian low, the Alaskan low they call it, or Aleutian low. You can see it in place right here. There it is. It's still there. It's still spinning, and we're going into a La Nina pattern for the winter, and all this stuff is having some implications on what we can expect for our winter. So I bet some of you'd like to know what the winter looks like. I'm not going to tell you, at least not right now.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, but there's some ideas, and then if you look, I believe this area of rotation here, that may be the polar vortex forming up.
It could be. There's been a low pressure area over there, cold area over there, while the big heat ridge has been pressing in on us.
Yeah.
But that's eventually going to break that ridge down and come our direction.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things to keep an eye on, and these are things. Of course, here's the equator. You can kind of tell where it is. And the La Nina is an area of cooler weather, and cooler ocean temperatures. There we go. Now I've got it right. So that's going to all play a part on our weather going into the wintertime. And soon I will have the winter outlook coming out very soon. I'm working on it already. I've already compiled some stuff. A few more things of that I need to get, and then we'll have a better idea about it. And just in case you missed it, last night was the full moon, and it was also a partial eclipse, and this was taken during that partial eclipse. You can see part of it blocked out, but it was called the full harvest moon, and it was a supermoon, which means the orbit was a little closer to Earth, so it looked a little bigger. Pretty nice shot there. I'm not sure exactly where this was taken, but that's a pretty moon. Ought to be another really look like a full moon tonight if the clouds clear. We still cloudy, I think, aren't we, Mark, a little bit?
A little bit. The clouds are kind of moving away, but they've been kind of slow to break up.
Now, I do want to mention that there's been 2 earthquakes today, and this is a look. This is far western Kentucky. Here's this little piece that's broken off from Kentucky, but you see these red dots right here. These are earthquakes, and here's the bigger one right here. This is a 2.0 magnitude earthquake that was recorded at 2:35 p.m. today, and 2.0 is not enough to give any damage, but it just shows you that the New Madrid Fault is active, and it seems to be becoming a little bit more active. And then we have this other one that occurred today as well. This one was at 2:44, so this was shortly after the earlier one, and this is a 1.6. So you got 2 earthquakes right there in a row at the same place or similar places. And then we have a couple more. This one right here was, this is orange colored one, was, no, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That should be that one. 2.3 earthquake on the 11th at, let's see, 2140, that's military time, so
9:40.
9:40, yeah.
PM.
So you can see that the New Madrid is active, and if I zoom in a little further, there's 2 earthquakes right here, one on top of the other, so they occurred at the same spot, but not at the same time. Let's see if I can go in any closer. I cannot get that to come up. There we go, 2.2. The yellow one is a smaller one, but that was on the 13th. And then you have the smaller one, which is, if I can get it to come up here, a 1.6, and that was on July 29th. So, okay, so.
Yeah. Donna, those are over in eastern Missouri near New Madrid.
Yes. These are all little earthquakes that have been recorded just in the last, past 6 months. The yellow ones are within the past 6 months, and, of course, the red ones are today, and the yellow or orange ones were in the past week. And so I'm going to zoom out and show you where these are in relation to where we are. We are right here. This is Hopkinsville, right here. And land between the lakes right here. This is the New Madrid Fault Zone. These are all where earthquakes have been recorded along the New Madrid fault line. So this is something, this didn't used to be this active, but has become active within the last, 10, 11 years. But so far, there's been 781 small earthquakes recorded, starting on March the 21st till today. So 781 earthquakes that's a lot, Is there cause for concern? Well, I'm not going to say that, but because there's no way to know when an earthquake's going to occur.
I'd say it's a cause for awareness,
Yes.
but definitely not a cause for panic.
Yeah, I wouldn't panic over it, but I've always said be aware and be prepared. So just get prepared. That way you never have to worry about it. Mark, you always had a saying I liked. What was that?
Says if you're prepared for it, it's less of an emergency and more of an inconvenience.
There you go. So, this is September is the Emergency Preparedness Month. And so everyone should be prepared. And part of that being prepared is to make sure you're prepared for severe weather or for earthquakes or whatever may come our way. And, then you'll hopefully have a better way of getting through everything. So let me go back to the radar here. All right. Now, we're kind of back to normal.
Okay.
So anyway.
This is a midweek weather update, so let's talk about the weather for the
Absolutely.
next few days. We'll be looking at highs rising up into the low 90s again, is what National Weather Service is calling for over the next few days and into the weekend. Overnight lows will be in the mid 60s to low 60s, and we may be seeing some patchy fog in the morning. We may see that in the mornings for a couple of days. There is some moisture over top of us. That's where the clouds came from. The low that is what's left of what was never made Tropical Depression number 8. It wallowed around the North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee border for a little bit, and it's still over in that direction.
Right.
And it brought us some clouds today as our temperatures warmed up and we got a little bit of lift going.
We were thinking it might get a little bit over here, but never did quite have enough push behind it,
Yeah. But we definitely had the clouds today. That held our temperatures down a little bit. If it would do that every day, I would not be at all upset about it.
Right. Well, I do want to let's look at some of the cameras. I want to talk about our sponsors real quick. I do want to say take this time to recognize Michael Vance Contracting and Roofing at 270-707-ROOF. If you have a problem with your roof, give Michael a call and he will be glad to talk to you. And you will find that he knows his stuff when it comes to roofing. He also has Lakeside Campground and Marina, and there's the website at visitlakesidecampground.com. I think he's got some openings there, and he's got a beautiful place. I wonder if that camera if we can see anything. Let me just give it a try. He's got a camera there. Well, it's a little, I guess
it's gotten dark, and now all the spider webs in front of the camera is all you can see.
Yeah. But anyway, you can see it is a nice place. It's over on Kentucky Lake we're looking at. 72 degrees, nice evening out. A few clouds, though, over here it looks like. So it's one of those things where it would be good to go and just fish, relax, take it easy. And I think you would like it a lot. So also, I don't want to forget my good friend, Katie Moyer over at Kentucky Hemp Works, and she's got some product in our store, and I think we'll have some more of that added as well. We've got a lot of stuff we're updating on the store, so in the next 24 hours, you'll see some changes in there. So if you get a chance, go in there and take a look at it. And I also want to talk about our newest sponsor, Genesis Ready Mix LLC, and they also have storm shelters you can trust. It's called Mid-South Storm Shelters. And you're going to be hearing a lot more about that. We're just now getting them on board, and we're going to be having new stuff to show you. They're even going to be in our store, too. So you'll get a chance to see and look. And, man, they've got some great stories. I saw one story of a woman who's actually, I guess the man that had bought the storm shelter sent him a message and talked about how it had saved his daughter's life. And I saw the house that she was in, and it was completely destroyed, nothing left but the slab and, of course, the entrance to the storm shelter. And she was coming up out of there safe and sound. And I tell you what, that is something everybody ought to invest in, is a good storm shelter. And these guys have some of the best. I've seen some of it, and we're going to have a lot more stuff to show you about this as time goes by. So anyway, just be sure and take a look at that. And then we want to show you how to get to our store. This is at dpww.shop, and that will get you into our store. I don't know if the new stuff is on there yet, but I do know that they're working on posting it. Should be on sometime this evening, and just keep an eye on it, and you'll see some new things going, and I think you'll like it. There's a QR code. If you want to scan it with your phone, it'll take you directly to it. So let's take a look at the next camera. Let's look at over at I-24. Ooh, we got an accident there, it looks like. This is I-24.
I don't know if it's an accident or what, but they've got a big mess going on. It looks like they might be repaving part of something.
You know what? I believe it does too. I don't see much in the way of blue lights there, but this is over at Katie's at 6880 and I-24, just over in Trigg County. And so you can see it's got traffic a little bit snarled, not too bad, and everything seems to be moving okay, but we appreciate WKDZ allowing us to use their camera to point out things like this. And let's also, I tell you what, let's go ahead and look at downtown Katie's. We can actually do that. And nice little place. They're getting ready for the Ham Festival next month in October. And so that's going to be a big event. So if you've never been to the Ham Festival, I'd highly recommend you going. You would enjoy that. We're going to try to get a booth at it on the next one, because we tried to get it this year, but I mean, it was sold out in January before this even came up in October. So that's how popular it is. So anyway, we'll see if we can get one in there next time. Let's take a look at Hopkinsville Elevator. And this is down on Skyline Drive looking to the southwest of Hopkinsville. You'll see, let's see, there's this is the Kroger Shopping Center. And then, oh, good grief, here's my mouse wanting to act up. Okay. And then I think this is the Pennyroyal Parkway up here, and Walmart's off over this way. So kind of a nice scene. That's a pretty good shot. I kind of like the looks of that. But this is just a small section of southwestern Hopkinsville going down 41 down towards the Pennyroyal Parkway. So anyway, what else we got here?
Where's the pig? Well, you couldn't see him because it's kind of dark in that corner of the parking lot in front of Cracker Barrel.
Oh, somebody asking about, okay, let's see here. Oh,
Dave said, where's the pig?
Yeah, he's, let me see what else we got here.
That pig may be 10 feet tall, but in the dark, it's still hard to see.
Yeah, this is Barkley Lake Marina, but nothing there. Let's see, we should have another one.
The only other one you can probably get is the Spec Building.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I don't really see that, though, on here.
Ah, well.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking. I just want to see if I can find it.
For right now, it's a beautiful evening. Temperatures are moderating down a little bit.
There's a Spec Building, but it's dark there too. So anyway, let's just go back to our radar. And it is a nice evening out there.
Yeah. Temperatures are falling into the low 70s. I'm getting down to the upper 60s in a few places already.
Yeah, we have upper 60s over around Murray, and in Mayfield it's 66 degrees. That's nice. And in Oak Grove I got 65 and 66 here in Hopkinsville. So there you have it. Let's look at UT Martin's camera and see what it looks like. That's a nice night. You can see some stars. So this is not just a completely cloudy night, even though it kind of looks like it, but this is because of it being infrared. See some folks moving around down here. That looked like, oh, that wasn't a shooting star. I guess that was a bug or something. Yeah, but it did look kind of neat, didn't it? But
Yep.
you can see the stars up here. I'm kind of impressed with that. That's pretty nice. 78 degrees though. It's still a little bit warm. Mark, is this some kind of precip here, or is it?
I don't think so. I'm not seeing it on the other radar. I'm not seeing it on Paducah's radar.
Let me call up Nashville's to see if I can see it here. Yeah, I can't see it either.
So
Okay.
I imagine it's just either AP or, for all I know, it's migrating birds. They are starting to move around.
They are. In fact, I've been watching geese fly over my house. If I can, I'm going to try to get some video of them. Maybe tomorrow. They start about I don't know, around 7 o'clock, and they fly. They're flying south. There's been a bunch of them, so that'll be interesting to see. Let me look back to the west, see if there's anything back here. Um,
Yeah, you can see that it's on the Hopkinsville radar, but you don't see it on the other radars
right.
around.
Okay. I'll go to Paducah. Oh, here's Paducah. Let me go ahead and go to theirs. And yeah, it is. There's nothing there. It's just what they call anomalous propagation, which is basically false echoes.
Yeah.
So let's see. Do we have anything interesting else we want to see? I wonder what that camera over at Irwin, Tennessee is, the one off the fire tower. Oh wow, that I've never
What a
looked at
lovely
that.
evening over
I've
there.
never looked at that at night, but look at that. You can see the full moon has come up, and it's illuminating the mountains back here. Here's Irwin, Tennessee down here. You can see traffic moving along the interstate, and that is absolutely a beautiful picture. Look at that. This is on a fire tower. This is way up above everything, and but that is really, really nice. Dave says we had 2 days of sporadic rain. Grass is still brown. He says nice.
I imagine so.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Donna Lord says, too bad you can't zoom in on play. Yeah, Donna, these cameras don't have the ability to zoom. We're dealt with what they've got. We don't we don't have any
Tammy
control.
Tatum had asked earlier up, when are we getting the bad weather? It's going to be probably into the early part of next week before
Yeah.
we even have another chance of rain through this area.
Yeah.
And that will be that cold front approaching. So between that and what the tropics are doing, that's what we're really watching for our next chances of rain.
The only thing we got to watch for too is the fact that could be some severe weather out there. We're going to watch this because there's a big change between the weather, the air we currently have over us, and the air that's coming. So
Yep.
yeah, if that in fact all does happen, there's several things that come into play because you've got the tropical system. They can change the pattern a little bit and not allow the front to come in, or they could attach to the front, or they could be drawn up north because of, I mean, there's so many variables. So it's going to take a little while before we really realize exactly what's going to happen. But we did want to give you at least a little bit of an idea of what we're looking at in the future. And of course, I'll have my winter outlook coming up pretty soon, probably another few days anyway before I get it done. And I'd say maybe by the first of the week I'll have that done and we can put it out. But I want to make sure I'm as accurate as I possibly can be. And so I've been gathering some data. I've been seeing things where it says, oh, it's going to be a warm fall. I don't see that. I just don't see that at all. It could happen, but there's also things that's showing that maybe it'll be pretty cool fall as we go into it. So we'll see. Donna Lord says, at least we did get a little rain. That we did. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I shouldn't be yawning y'all's ear right here. But anyway, as we look at the page here, it shows there's one tornado warning and one severe thunderstorm warning somewhere in the nation. It's nowhere near us. If it were, you would see a banner across.
Those are both way out west.
Yeah. Okay. So had they been like that, in fact, there's more alerts than just that, according to the radar. The tornado warning is for Ramsey, North Dakota, and the severe thunderstorm warnings are for Brevard, Florida. Looks like most of those are for down in Florida. And but anyway, we do have the ability to see all that stuff. I love this radar because it gives us all kinds of information. But anyway, so Mark, are we pretty well wrapped up?
I think we're pretty well wrapped up for tonight. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the week and their weekend. Yeah, it's going to get warm.
Yep.
Uh, the weather spotters are going to be out at Jeffers Bend for Nature Fest
Yep.
on Saturday. So if you are out that way, you can come by and say hi to the spotters, and I will be out there too.
I probably won't. I don't know. I thought about being there, but I've got so much stuff. I have been backed up at home to get some things done, and I don't know. I still may come out there. I'm just not sure just yet. But anyway, I do encourage you to go out there and stop by the spotter booth and see what all they got, and aggravate them a little bit, and tell them Dave Powell sent you. Anyway, all right. There's Dave Sturgis on with us. He says, yay. So, anyway, I think he's saying yay because I said I wasn't going to be there. That's probably why. And Don Lord says she intends on being there. Wish you would, David. Well, thank you. Don, I'll tell you what. I'll see you twice at the next one. How about that? That'd be even better. But anyway. Now, I don't know. I may actually show up. I've just got so many things I've got to get done. I just, my time is just seemed like I'm busier and busier and busier all the time. And Mark, you know, we've been busy in the studio. I
Yes,
wish
indeed.
I could turn this camera around and show you guys the completed section. It is absolutely will blow you away. You've never seen anything like this. You know who I don't see on here? I don't see Chelsea and Eli on here. I don't know where they are tonight. But Chelsea Reese and Eli, they came by the studio. They got to see the lightning and thunder, and I hope all is well there. So, Tam, if you get a chance, give them a buzz. Say, hey, we were asking about them, and we missed waving at our friend. So, with that, I think what we'll do is just kind of ease on out of here. Chris Meacham says he's going to be over at Jeffers Bend. Uh-oh.
Good.
And Dave Sturgis said, did Mark finish? The cloud has been finished, Dave. It is absolutely, it is something to see.
Spectacular.
It is. It really is spectacular because anybody that's seen this says, wow, the sound of the thunder and the deep bass into it that makes your stomach rattle, and to see the lightning and the clouds and everything. And this is in a studio. So I hope you guys one day will get a chance to see it. I'll have an open house at some point. Just not right now. We're still doing a few other things. We've got more programming we're going to try to do. And we got to get that stuff on. And I think it'll be very beneficial to everyone once we do that. We're still working on new technology. As you've already seen, you're seeing the results of some of it. But we've got more coming. We're not stopping. So anyway, I hope you'll stick with us. And be sure, join the tribe and subscribe. I love that saying. I don't know who came up with that, but you came up with it, didn't you, Mark?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, join the tribe and subscribe, because when you subscribe, you become a member of the Watchers of the Wind tribe. There you go. You see it showing up on our screen right down here. Join the tribe, and then you'll see it up here. Wrong way. That way? Yeah, okay. Well, I can't get my there we go. I got to point the opposite
It'll be
direction.
in the top right of your screen.
Yes,
yeah.
top right. That's the way to do it. And it says join the tribe, subscribe. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. What it does is it makes YouTube much happier with us. They judge us on the number of subscribers we have, and they also sell advertising on our page to. And they send us money for that advertising. Oh, there's Chelsea. Chelsea Reese has showed up. Mark, look at there. She just showed up.
All right.
Where you been, woman? I swear she had just left us. She says Eli will be joining us in 5 minutes. I don't know. Do you want to hang on for Eli? I guess we'll have to for a few minutes.
Yeah. What can we talk about for 5 minutes?
Well-
if you start talking about food, I'm leaving because I'm late for supper.
Oh God, I know. I'm hungry too. I could eat a roadkill skunk. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, he says Eli's going to join us in about 5 minutes, so we'll hang on a few minutes, Chelsea. We're just getting ready to sign off. But we've got a power outage up here in Henderson. When did that pop up? Just now? 623 customers out of power in Henderson County. Don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, this just came in a few minutes ago at 8:04. So.
Well, usually when that happens, either a squirrel had a bad day or a somebody driving had a bad day.
Yeah. Have you seen our little squirrel outside?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I
I've
saw
got a
him.
picture of him somewhere.
I did. I saw him too. He's a cute little feller. Anyway, he likes to walk across our fence out there, and then luckily I hadn't got tangled in the barbed wire. But
Yeah. I saw him come across the parking lot when it was really hot, and you talk about something that was moving.
uh, he didn't want his feet to get
that,
burned.
that concrete was hot.
I'll bet it was. Okay. Well, again, I want to tell everybody, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. She said that Chelsea says she's being like Tammy and had to go get a bite to eat. And Tammy says, I told her. Mary Vorvis, hey, Mary, she says, speaking of skunks, I smell one outside. I could go so many different ways with that. I remember one time, oh, here we go. Here we go. The food. Dave says beans with ham hock and cornbread. Oh my gosh! Good night, everyone. Thank you, Dave. We really appreciate
Thank you,
that,
Dave.
buddy.
Good night.
When you coming up to see us, you need to come up. Oh, Tammy says feed him. Who, Dave or me? I know she's giving us a hard time, but Tammy always gives us a hard time. Okay, Eli's on the couch and watching us. So, Mark, say hello to Eli. Wait, I'll wave at him. Hey,
Hello,
Eli.
Eli.
So, Eli, I'm glad you were able to see us because we're getting ready to go. And Dave says, he's laughing. He says, both, feed both of us. I guess, I don't know, I guess Dave and me. But anyway, boy, that beans with ham hock, that sure sounds like cornbread. Okay, I got to get on out of here. Eli, they're saying hello to you. Dave says hello. They all got to see you the other day when you were on the channel with us. So, let's see here. Chelsea says, me and Eli have to feed you soon. Oh, wait a minute. Who's got stew? Oh, Tammy's got stew. And Don Lord says, you want food? You know what? If I were to say yes, oh, God, she said peach cobbler. Peach cobbler. Can you imagine? Mark.
Goodness.
Don Lord said peach cobbler. Did you see that?
I see that,
She's
yes.
not right. She's not right. All right, folks. I guess we're pretty well finished with our broadcast. We've told you everything we know to tell you. You've got the full amount of my brain and Mark's brain now. We've told you everything we know to tell you. So, oh, gosh. Chelsea says barbecue one day. Okay. Yeah, Chelsea, y'all come back anytime you want. We've got everything all set up. I don't think, did we have the studio completed when they were here? I think we're just finishing up the last bit, didn't we?
I think so.
I think, yeah, we didn't have it.
We
It's
hadn't quite,
completed.
we hadn't put the last set of lights up
Right.
and didn't have the last bit of clouds up.
Right, right. So we got a wall cloud in here, and it looks like a wall cloud, and it is kind of neat. In fact, the lights almost look like the sunshine through the clouds because they're just the right color. But anyway, I guess we'll get on off here. Thank you all, everybody, for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. And we will talk to you, if not before then, we'll talk to you on Sunday, right?
Yep.
Anything you want to say, Mark?
Everyone enjoy your weekend. Watch out for the heat. It is going to be pretty warm again. But otherwise, have a good time, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Y'all have a good one, and we love you, Thunder Buddies.